Hi everyone, my name is Chris with Big Sky Suffix of Montana. Today we want to show you guys some of the basic setup of the LAC-TEK machine. When you get your machine, it'll come in a box and all the parts for it will be in the hopper. The setup's pretty simple. You pull it out, there's an auger piece that you slide in, and then the front covers will be in there and the tubing as well as your nipples. So to give you guys an idea of just some of the basic setup, here's where you put your powder in. It'll hold basically one 25-pound bag. There's going to be a wiper blade in there, which basically just rotates in a circle that'll keep the powder from hardening, which will then drop down at the bottom of this hopper. There's the auger, which is going to spin this way, which will then bring the powder out. There's an opening right here, and the powder drops down, and there is an agitator that comes down here, which basically is just a little propeller that's going to mix the water with the powder. The water comes out of a separate tube over here, and then there's another little probe that comes down. It's called the sensor probe, which is going to keep track of the water level or the milk level, and when it gets low, that's what kicks back on the machine to release more powder and more water. So the way we have this set up is we've got our garbage can that has water in it. Inside the garbage can you'll see we have a little tiny palm pump. Now the first pump we got was this pump right here, which was too big. We were having a problem with it tripping the breaker. So when we talked to Pipestone, they recommended this smaller pump, which I believe they have on their website. We didn't purchase it at the time we bought the machine from Pipestone, but we ran to Lowe's and got this. This one does 300 gallons per hour. It's just a little tiny pump that fits in your palm, and I think it's about $40. So when your pump's connected, that will be connected to the back of this machine, which goes into a reservoir that will fill up. The way that machine is set up is that you can plug your pump directly into the LAC-TEK machine, and when the water gets low and it needs more, it'll actually turn the pump on, and then the pump will put more water into the machine. It's pretty handy because that way your pump's not just continuously running. On the back also you'll see here's the thermostat. You want to have that set at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. To check to run and see if the machine's actually on or power, you can actually turn a little bit and this red light comes on. We sometimes do that just to make sure that everything's going how it should. When you guys get your instructions, to be honest, they're not the best instructions, but one thing you might have a question with, the nipple height is important. You'll get an actual milk level, and it's going to vary, but your maximum milk level, it needs to be an inch below the height of your nipples. And what that does is it keeps the milk from dripping out. So another thing as far as setup when you're trying to get this situated is you're going to want to have two pens. We've got our starter pen right here, and then once they've started to suck pretty well, we'll put them in this bigger pen. So the starter pen is going to have two nipples in it, and the pen of the lambs that are doing well will have the other two sets. Well, that'll be 4 nipples in here. These lambs that are in here have been here for about 2 weeks, the oldest, down to about 4 days. And then these are going to be 2 days to maybe 4 days. One thing to keep in mind too is you got to not overload this starter pen, because when the lambs come up, a lot of them will like to nurse, and those bigger lambs will push the smaller ones off. As far as helping the lambs, we've had pretty good luck. We'll bring them in here pretty quick right off the ewes. Once they've had some colostrum, we'll let them stay for a while. We'll put them up on the machine and just help them learn to suck a little bit. And it's amazing how fast they learn from the other lambs. We've had pretty good luck. We've got one small lamb that he's nursing but not doing a great job. But so far, I think out of 13 lambs, we've had really good luck with that.